No rush, no rush.
Thank you.
Make these guys main tanks.
Why are you guys in that room? We haven't even pulled the first one yet.
Are you guys using invis pots? How you getting pass?
Oh shit, that's true. Everyone, fail RP, fail RP.
Be zoning in here. I think they're just summoning love, and then we're gonna go ahead and start.
Okay, I think that's everyone? Yeah. Where's Bob?
I'm logged out in Naxx.
You saving buffs?
No,
Oh
no.
my
Yo, we logging in?
Lannister always pays his
Go ahead and log in,
debts.
and we'll buff up.
Fuck you logged off for?
I was trying to get a lean some consumes.
Yeah, definitely get needed for this next.
Oh, not for Naxx.
Are we flasking?
Yeah, I'm flat. Look at me, I'm flat.
Yeah.
Oh.
5,
Oh,
4,
yeah, I'm just getting a
You
lean.
know how we at the
2,
start we'll pull the
1.
2 and 2, the green guys.
Want me to be the green guy?
No, it's fine.
No, I want you to not die on them.
So Lilith and Deluge usually takes
That
it in
one
this
time.
spot. I don't want you guys going too far. As long as they're split from the other two, it should be fine. You don't have to go into like buttfuck Egypt to pull them all over here. Alte, you see where we are? Where we pulled it before? We can go a bit closer. We can go like right here.
Okay.
Pull it here. We don't
But
have to
this
go too
also
far.
means that casters and healers can't be nearby because they do an AoE ranged knockup.
They do.
Because mine is here when I pull, like he's already in the thing, so that's why I keep him here normally.
Then we can meet up halfway then. Like we can meet here and we just keep him there.
On this corner,
Yeah,
like
this
somewhere
one.
here.
Yeah, we're here. This is fine right here. As long as they're not
Alright.
too far, the less walking we'll have to do, the better. More DPS goes out.
Where the fuck are they?
You
So
said
say,
Alte
so
yesterday.
say,
You said it. Oh, sorry, Alan. You said the fairy fire macro was not working yesterday, Alte, right?
No,
Or you had a problem with the fairy fire?
not yesterday. The the week before that or the other, I don't remember.
So your rotation is it putting fairy fire first on your rotation, or do you just?
Yeah. The problem is like I suck when I'm not tanking the boss. You know, because I have to keep it on multiple target. I'm not good at that yet.
Yeah, that's kind of difficult, especially if you're trying to help us do DPS.
Because I have like it has a cooldown. So suppose an example is on my Exna, like I'm tanking 2 adds and then I have to put fairy fire on the boss. If it resists, like sometimes I just forget to try again.
No worries. If it does resist, then we'll try to have the other, like Aubergine or Dillers, try to put a fairy fire too. It'll help. Void, go ahead and explain your part. Sorry.
no, you just gotta make sure, since tanks are gonna be up here closer, casters and healers need to be farther back because they do that range AoE knockup. So say Wodal is the monster, the range is all the way up to like where I am. A circular range around them. They do a knockup. So casters and healers really need to make sure that they're not in that range taking unnecessary damage for healers to heal. Same thing with the mobs that Grobulus summons in the center. They do a AoE tick around them, a smaller radius. It's like 5 yards. So casters and healers really need to not stand next to those, or any of the mobs really. We're not melee, so stay at caster range.
There should be no reason a caster should be near the big green guys since they do AoE. Obviously after Skull dies and Lilith is free, Fudge, you should be already looking out for the next mob. And keep pulling multiples if you can.
So I can pull like Grobulus blobs or A-bombs, whatever's closest, right? I don't have to wait for anything specific.
Yeah, whatever is first. Like as soon as Skull dies and Lilith is free, you can pull whatever's open. Because then it'll mean Deluge will be free too, and I should be free next.
Do you know what aggro range is for left and right?
You have to be over here, like this area.
So I can go like into the
can go
middle.
here.
Let's say I pull the
You can.
blobs first. I can go into the middle to get A-bombs.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You don't have to
They're
go
ag-
that far. If you're trying to get the A-bomb, if the slime's here, you'll actually aggro it around here somewhere on square.
Yeah.
You don't have to go that far for it.
Don't worry about, as long as we're not currently fighting a bunch of mobs already, don't worry about like pulling the slimes in one A-bomb. Try not to pull both A-bombs and the slimes. But if you pull, you know, an abomination and the slimes, it's not a big deal.
Okay.
Pretty sure we can hold 2 A-bombs, like, right away.
We
But
can, but
you-
we might not have enough tanks waiting to pick everything up.
if you want, either you or Lilith or Fudge, if you guys want to speak up in comms, like, okay, hey, I'm pulling this now incoming. I'm pulling a big green guy. Pulling slimes now coming. So that would
Yeah,
help us
I
out.
wasn't sure of aggro radius for right and left, so that's why I never like pushed too far in to pull
For
things.
right and left, yeah, it's somewhere like right around where square is. That's why when we come in, we hug left, and the tanks will just go in right away. That's what tanks should be doing too. As soon as we kill the 3 slimes, we kill the big guys, the green guys. We should all be going to the left. Tanks should always be in the front and pulling these guys. Skull will go to where square is, and then the other 2 should be under the cubby because of the knockup. After that, as soon as Skull dies, Fudge should already be looking out for the solo patrols, like over here. What I want to happen over here is like to speed it up a bit. Void is going to be marked as a star, and he's going to be with the casters. Fudge, you're going to pull the solo pat guy. I want the slimes to come too as well, because the casters can focus the slimes as the melee will focus the big guy.
Okay.
Then
Guys?
once we got all that, what's up?
Do you know how many priests have PI?
What you know?
One.
I think just one.
Yes, here
not very
it's
popular,
a
bro.
really good moment to cast PI on the casters to speed this up. And I don't know how many do we have, but if
Well, we finally didn't
are-
have to retreat all the way
What
back to the
happened
fucking
last
start
night is
this
what
week.
I like to see more often. We killed that shit really fast.
Yeah.
imagine with PI, dude, it wasn't that it was fast, but it can be so much faster.
It was
And-
nice because we had all the mobs stacked up very nicely because we didn't pull an extra abomination at the same time. Because when we pull the extra abomination for the past 2 weeks, they go over here. The tanks and melee all end up going over here, which splits up the mobs, the slimes. And we can't have that. So the hunter pulling Fudge, you have to try to bring them as through the casters as much as that's like against normal behavior. You have to bring them through the casters because casters need to have them all cluttered up and lined up.
Do you want me
So-
to just pull slimes prio then, and then go for A-bombs after? Like I can kind of
That would be ideal, yes.
Something?
Casters can deal with the slimes, and then the A-bomb will have to run through the slimes, and they'll take a little bit of damage from the casters at the same time, but the tanks can pick it up and then tank it behind the casters. Because at the moment, when they pull the slimes and the abomination always gets split up, and that splits up the slimes and just reducing the range AoE DPS by a lot.
So, like the pack that we would be on right here, like where we're all standing, do you want me to just pull the slimes and the casters can work on that while melee finish off the A-bombs like further back in the corner or something?
If you can, then yeah, just make sure that Lilith is available in case an abomination is pulled.
Yeah, okay.
Because they die very quickly. Who's X? Pog's X normally, right? Deluge is X? Yeah, as long as Lilith and Deluge is free, this pack is only 3 abominations. So you can start pulling when there's only 1 mob, and then melee will finish it off. And then casters will get on top of me. I'm just trying to find a good spot.
The goal is.
And I can try and pull the A-bomb like off to the side. You guys can be like on this side, and I can try and pull it.
Yeah, on the left side.
forward this
On
side.
the
What do you
left
mean?
side's fine.
What do you mean by off to the side? Hold on, let me mark you so I can...
Here, on
Like
side.
you guys
sure.
can kind of be here, and then I can pull the A-bomb over to here if it comes with it.
And casters
Oh.
should be.
Casters are going to be right here because this is max range for us.
Yeah.
This is max range.
Then
So
if he's over there, then maybe you can pull it right here on square, Fudge, and back.
yeah,
past that.
behind the
Okay.
casters where
And
Pog
then
is,
melee can
ideally.
just destroy him.
I'm just worried about like the knock up or something, or like killing you guys as I'm passing through.
It will be dangerous, but it's the only way because it splits up the mobs too much if you're kiting it over
Okay.
here and tanking it and killing it here.
I'll just try and get the little things separate then. That'll be
Casters
like,
also
my
do need
priority.
to do a better job at stacking up. That way he can run by easier.
We can always.
That's why we
I
get
mean,
marker to Void, so the casters know where to stock on. Yeah, you guys did really good last night and destroyed the small slimes really quickly.
Thank you.
That's what I like to see more of.
Yeah, nice AoE support.
So
Beautiful.
the goal is we want to be as fast and efficient, but we also want to be safe and try to minimize death, because the longer we keep world buffs on people, the more it'll help us out in the long run here. And the goal is, since we're doing a sub 2 hour, we're trying to get world buffs as far as to like 4 horsemen or possibly Saf.
One thing we should be doing, or I'll explain it after, once we go through the mob steps.
After this, we hop over, right? Casters, healers, you already know to be
well,
on
too many people
square.
taking damage, dude.
On square. There's no reason that people should miss this jump where Bubba is. No reason people should miss this jump unless you have fucking not minor speed boots. There's no reason no one
Even
should
then,
jump.
it should be an easy jump, even if you don't have speed on boots.
Yeah, so jump over, don't take any damage. Casters and healers, you'll stack up on the square here. And then Fudge, this is your time to pull like the solo patrols. You pull whatever you can. Try and like, if you're pulling the solo ones, try and pull like a good multiple of them, because we have 4 tanks and they could each hold 1.
Okay.
So don't get too comfortable or like settled to where if you just pull one, you don't have to wait until that one's fully dead. You could just pull that one, then pull another, and pull
So,
another.
like besides the solo patrols, like yesterday they were all pretty far when we first